trailer, súbeme ese video para ver.
Sorry for that. He finds his little keep it to and kind of brings him into his own. I think that we got to do Oliveira. And he is an audience. Something tragic happens that people find this letter that Andres wanted to get the matter, and he had told me one day, go and get that his last song that he wrote for her, saying his love. So he was tasked to bring it to Miami, to the Blanca Cabana, where she's doing her final show, and it's really so beautifully done, and it's got a lot of influence. Caribbean music, Cuban music, very authentic, but also hip hop and live and learn. Does it all
So what was it about what they
Well, first of all, she's like a combination of all the Cuban divas. When you look at Marta, where she is, they did extensive research on Cuban divas. When my grandson saw the film, he goes, "It's Gloria Cruz," like Celia and I mixed in. I see a lot of Olga Guillot, that old Cuban, very dramatic Cuban singer in there. What part of me, her Cuban roots, the fact that she's a singer and that she's very passionate about music. We're very close in that way. And the story of that whole separation of families, that really strikes my heart because that happened to all of us very early on. I was lucky enough to have my family come to Miami. A lot of people weren't that lucky and never saw loved ones again. Like my husband, who never saw his grandfather again. So, it really touched me.
Talk about collaborating with Lynn and Alex and the rest of those folks.
Well, I had a very close collaboration with Alex. A lot of people on that they would give to each other. And then I met them all, especially Alex in Kennedy Center Honors when I was hosting and they were receiving a special prize. He's just a joy to work with, Alex. He's so incredibly talented. He's a great producer and we have good chemistry in the studio. So that's very important because all of that gets on the music somehow.
And with Lynn?
Oh, with Lynn, it's fantastic. I mean, Lynn and we go back. I was able to work on a song that he did for Puerto Rico when it was a very big storm, and we all were trying to, be supportive. And he made a song for Puerto Rico, and I said absolutely, I'm there. He's just a joy. He's so creative. I don't know how the man does what he does. He's like all over. He's got 3 movies coming out in 1 year. He's an actor. He's a producer. He's just like an amazing talent. And the songs he wrote for this film are spectacular.
And you talk about like singing the final song, Inside Your Heart. How does it resonate with, the character and with you?
Yes, well with the character, she only learns of this song and of Andres' love for her, that it was the same as her love for him so many years later when Andres is gone, unfortunately, already. So it's a very bittersweet thing when she sings the song at the end and she sings a song that he sent to her. She sings it for the new people in her life that she meets throughout the movie and that have become a part of her world. So that's the beauty of music, that it speaks for a lot of us in different situations. and especially emotional language that people may not have. So that's the beauty of music, and that's why the song it's one of those earworms. Once you hear it, like that hook is stuck in your head, and it happened to me just from the demo. So I'm hoping it'll stick with me.
So inside your heart, so it's a love letter to music and love. How does that relate to your connection with your art?
Well, yes, inside my heart is a love letter to music, and that's what my music has been always. To me, other people's music growing up got me through some of the toughest times in my life. It was literally a lifeline for me. So when I got the opportunity to do that and my music started being heard all over the world, I am very conscious of what people might feel when they hear one of my songs, and I like to either empower or give them words to speak for their feelings to a loved one or a breakup, or it's the language of my heart. Music, I sing since I talk, so this is very important to me. And now I only take projects really that are going to fulfill me, either my intellect or my heart, and that I know that are going to be beautiful things to put out into the world that will inspire other people. And in that we have the same connection, the character and the music.
The whole movie celebrates the culture and music of Cuba. How important is that today, and why is it so important today?
Well, for me, it's been important my entire life to celebrate the culture and the music of Cuba, because it kind of got stuck when the revolution happened, that artists were censored, and even the greatest artists like Celia Cruz or Guillot, if they left Cuba, they were erased from the history books of Cuban music in Cuba. So for us, it's always been incredibly important to salvage our culture. We did that with the fusion that we did on Conga, and Rhythm Is Gonna Get You, and songs like that. But on the album Mi Tierra, to me, that was our goal, to have the fans that had loved my music and given me such a wonderful pop career understand why I was able to do the things that I was able to do in pop music, by understanding better the authentic music of Cuba. We did original songs, but we did them very much in Cuba BC, before Castro, the style of music that would have been in the late 40s, early 50s. We used the legitimate instrumentation. So for Emilio and I, it's been our lifelong work, and not only that, but to talk very openly to press all over the world for decades about what was happening in Cuba, because there was this romanticized idea, especially in Europe and with journalists, about what Castro and all the lies that he told about the educational system and the healthcare system, that resonated with people. And I would spend a lot of my promotional time on records, on my records, on my albums, talking about the reality, because I'd get questions about the reality of Cuba. So now that we're seeing it really coming from the people there, the internet changed a lot of industries, and it's going to change the government of Cuba, because the people are seeing. They kept them locked up so long, and now they're able to see what's happening outside the world, and they're able to share what's happening to them outside of Cuba. So we've made it now our mission to amplify those voices, to do as much as we can to spread that message that they are creating over there. And we've done that through music all our lives. So it's important to celebrate your own culture, who you are, the richness of where we each individually come from, and it just makes you a better person. And especially this country that's like a tapestry of cultures and religions and people from all over the world. It's particularly important for me to, do what I can for mine.
Perfect. So this theater has, where the event's being held, has significant value. It resonates with you.
This theater is my son's Nite Owl Theater. He had this vision 7 years ago to try to do a drive-in, and he went through all the necessary, governmental things to set this up. But coincidentally, when the pandemic happened, it was like an oasis in a storm of people that are craving cinema. So I'm very happy that Netflix has chosen his venue. I'm hoping that they cut him some room and let him play it in the actual theater later on, because I know it's a Netflix release. Once it's done, once it's been out a couple of weeks, maybe they'll let him put it here so people can still experience it on the big screen, because it's really a shame it was intended for a theater release, and like we're seeing in so many films, you know, people, it's a danger sometimes to go to the theaters, and so I think that he's gonna, you know, he's done great with the thing. He curates the films. He's a cinephile who loves it. He studied film in LA, and for 10 years he's been doing little night owls all over the city. So now, boom, he's got this great, and Netflix, by the way, has gone to town on setting this up to be an amazing premiere and a fun night for everybody. I see the kids out there really enjoying. They've got food trucks and popsicle and ice cream, and people are gonna really love it.
Yeah, talk about why you think it's a perfect summer family film.
You know, it's beautiful when you can share in a film experience with your entire family. And it's got a beautiful message, the movie. It's got great music. It's a lot of fun. And we need inspiration. We need fun. We need entertainment out there. Things are getting rough again all over the world with this pandemic and this crazy thing that we've all been experiencing. And I think it's important whenever we can give our children some fun and some, you know, something that inspires them and lets them have a good time. Absolutely, and this is definitely one.
Fantastic. So that's it for Netflix. One more question for Variety.
Yes, sir.
Say hi to your live.
Hi to Instagram. Oh, we're Instagram living this, so here we go. Hi, everybody. Love you all so much.
Four quick ones.
Yes,
It
it
might
is.
sound like
Steamy out here.
it might sound a little redundant, but it's for the variety.
Yeah, 1 second. Hey, here I am getting touched up. Because it is hot. And it's already not good.
You good to go? You good?
Anyway,
All right. So, and it sounds redundant.
you heard. All right.
What was it like to embody Martha?
It was a responsibility for me to embody Martha because she is obviously the amalgam of so many Cuban divas. Celia Cruz, Olga Guillot. She's amazing. It was a really important part of the story, and I wanted to make sure that I did justice to Martha, and that she had her own voice, not mine. You know, when you're a singer and you do these things, it's hard to divorce yourself. And I wanted to create a sound for her that was her own, which, with the help of Alex Lagamore, who did the soundtrack and produced the tracks and amazing music, we were able to achieve that, I think, and it was just phenomenal to have the opportunity to embody Martha, this amazing diva. I'm not a diva, I'm really chill, but she's a bigger than life character, so that was fun. I thought a lot about my mom when I played Martha, because my mother was the consummate.
That was my next question. Like, who did you base her on anyway?
I based Martha on Celia Cruz, who I had the joy and privilege of being close to and of singing with. And she wasn't a diva in the sense of like the personality that you think, oh, diva, but she got on that stage and you could not take your eyes off of Celia. And she was an amazing little woman. And my mom, who was a diva. My mom was the diva of the family. So I kind of, and she sang as well. My mom was an amazing singer. So these are the two people that I really kind of bunched into one in my mind.
Can you talk about how music bridges people together?
You know, ever since I was a baby, I sing since I talk. Other people's music got me through some of the toughest moments in my life. And it was a big privilege for me to be able to make music that other people heard. So all I have found in my life is that music bridges, because I've been able to perform in English and in Spanish in countries that didn't speak either language. And always the responses during the show were the same. Everywhere I went, emotionally, people really got it. And it was a joy to be able to make music and see so many different countries and join with so many different cultures and musical celebration, which were the concerts and Malibu, and it's been a wonderful experience. And I know for a fact that entertainment, that's its main thing, bridging gaps between cultures, between religions, and it's really important, and even more so now that everything goes worldwide. So I have a very deep respect for music, and I always am very careful what music I do.
And last question, just if we could talk about how this whole project and the representation they have for the Cuban culture, what that means to you.
They have stayed very authentic with the representation of the culture and the music. I was blown away by the musicianship on this album. I was calling Alex and texting him and going, who played trumpet here? Who did this solo? Who's on piano? Because I was listening to it and I was being blown away by what they did. So, it was really incredible that they took the degree of authenticity. I know that some people went to Cuba, some of the producers and whatnot, to make sure that they captured things legitimately, although they're trying to capture a Cuba from a long time ago that really no longer exists, although the spirit and the heart is still there. But musically, they were very authentic, and it's not just Cuban music, by the way. He's got, as Lin-Manuel, he's born in the U.S., but of Puerto Rican descent, so you have Caribbean flavor to the music, you have the hip-hop influence. It's really amazingly eclectic and beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you
so much. Big
Thank
fan.
you. Come watch the movie. You're going to have fun, I promise you.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right.
All right.
All right. Hey, is that on there? I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. You better believe it, me too.
They would like your answers straight to the
Straight
lens,
to
if you would,
camera.
yes, please.
And
I'll
this is for CBS?
local CBS WFOR. So they want to know, how special was it to be involved in this film, and tell us a bit about your character.
Hi everybody on CBS, I'm Gloria Estefan, and I am thrilled to portray Marta Sandoval in Vivo, this amazing film music written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I got to work with Alex Lackamore, who does the soundtrack, and spectacular job on this, and of course Sony Pictures. Vivo is the first, I think, animated musical that Sony does, which will be on Netflix starting on August 6th. And I am thrilled to embody the consummate diva, Marta Sandoval, who is kind of a mix of all these great Cuban divas, but when I did the character in my head, it was my mom, who was the consummate Cuban diva, and Celia Cruz, who I had the privilege and honor of working with and knowing and loving, was an amazing representation of Cuba. So those, when I did the character, I wanted to make her different than me, and that's kind of what I based my thoughts on when I was portraying Marta. She is doing her final show in the movie and retiring, and invites Andres, her long-lost love, to participate. Alas, there is a very tragic thing that happens, and the Kinkajou Vivo is enlisted to take this last love song that he had written for Marta and never told her how he felt. So there's lost love. It's really a great film, and when I first heard Lin-Manuel send me the demo, and I heard the song that I was singing, the main song I was singing, because I ended up doing more, I was in love from that moment, and that's why I wanted to be a part of this film.
Okay, and mic down just a little bit. If you had to list your favorite thing about your character, what would it be?
My favorite thing about my character is that she is open about receiving a song from a Kinkajou. No, that she loved music, made her life making music, that it was so important to her that when she got an opportunity to leave Cuba early on and come to Miami, she continued her career and her love for music, and that she stayed true to her love Andres even though they never got together. So, at that time in Cuban culture, no woman would insinuate herself to the man she loved, and he was so shy that he never told her. So it's kind of a bittersweet love story, and I love my
And did you enjoy the process of voicing a character in an animation, or do you prefer animation or live film?
I've done a couple of different things. I was lucky enough to be on the Spanish version of G-Force, one of the chipmunks, or one of the chipettes. And I was already doing the voices to something that had already existed. It was drawn and I had to follow that. In this instance, the animators actually followed my lead. I was the one that put first the my lines and the song, and they were filming me while I was doing it. so they literally used my performances for the animation, and that was great because I could then put a lot of input in how she looked, how she moved, and how she sang the song.
Great. And how exciting to have this special event in Miami, in your own city. How does this feel for you?
I'm extremely excited that they have chosen to do this premiere here, especially in this drive-in which my son owns and runs, Nite Owl Theater. He loves film. He's been having the Nite Owl 10 years in different little spots in the city, and then over a year ago he opened this drive-in. It's top of the line, and Netflix has come in and created an amazing experience for everyone tonight here. And I think our kids really need fun and need, inspirational things that we can watch together with them. My grandson loved it. He actually named the character Gloria Cruz before I said anything. Then I had used Celia as inspiration, so he got it. And I think kids are going to really love this film. And the fact that it's premiering here at my son's place is very special for me. And I hope Netflix, shout out to you, I hope you allow him to be able to play it after you have it on Netflix and it comes out, so that there's a place where people can experience it on a big giant screen, because that's how it was intended originally, and I wish that's how you could see it, but whatever kind of screen you're gonna look at. I hope.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Gloria, ¿cómo se sintió ser parte de una historia tan cercana a tus raíces?
Es lindo para mí cada vez que hay un instante que podemos promover nuestra cultura al mundo. Y raramente eso sucede en una película que originalmente esto iba a salir en el cine. Ya hoy el cine significa otra cosa, y me alegro mucho que Netflix lo va a sacar, porque estamos todavía en plena pandemia y pensábamos que estaba mejorando y ya sabes lo que está pasando. Así que es importantísimo para mí ser parte de algo que es tan auténtico a la música cubana, pero al mismo tiempo expande, tiene hip hop, tiene sonidos del Caribe, y es muy legítimo. Lin-Manuel es un talentazo, no sé cómo tiene tiempo para hacer todo lo que ha hecho, pero trabajar con Alex Lacamoire fue también para mí. Él vino al estudio, aquí lo grabé en mi hogar, que me hace sentir muy a gusto, y es importante cada vez que podemos promover nuestra cultura a través del arte, hacerlo, porque eso es lo que llega más a los corazones de las personas mundialmente, y eso es lo que he experimentado con mi carrera, y proyectos como este son importantísimos.
Gloria, una cosa es grabar la voz y otra cosa es ver el resultado final. ¿Te puso emocionante? ¿Cómo fue?
Me encantó. Mi nieto, compartí con él y lo vimos juntos, y fue algo muy lindo. Realmente uno nunca sabe cuando uno hace un proyecto cómo va a terminar la cosa, y fue mucho más allá de lo que yo soñaba que fuera. Así que eso es lindo cuando esas cosas pasan. Cuando tienes a alguien como Lin-Manuel y Alex Lacamoire en control de las cosas, sabes que va a ser algo de calidad, único, original, auténtico, y así ha sido.
Oye, y esta historia sale justo en un momento donde Cuba está en el corazón de tanta gente. ¿Significa para ti alguna señal?
Bueno, ojalá que sea una señal, pero yo creo que es importante elevar y compartir la música de Cuba, ya que las voces de ellos es lo que estamos tratando de compartir también. Ha sido la labor mía y de Emilio tratar de hablar con quien podamos. Él estuvo ayer con el presidente Biden. Yo fui invitada, pero no podía porque estaba haciendo la película de Father of the Bride, que la sigo grabando. Estamos en Miami en los últimos días de la película y no puedo parar una producción tan grande para hacer lo que está en mi corazón. Envié mensajes, he hecho mensajes. Hoy mismo hay una reunión muy grande a unas cuadras de aquí, que me parte el alma no poder estar en persona, pero también ya yo había dado mi sí a esto hace meses, y tampoco puedo entonces parar todo en este mundo para apoyar. Hice un mensaje para allí, y siempre estoy tratando de hacer todo lo que puedo, aunque estoy tan ocupada haciendo mi labor.
¿Qué te dijo Emilio de la reunión?
Emilio estaba allá.
Sí.
Bueno, fue muy bueno. Hablaron muchas personas, hablaron personas que saben muy de cerca lo que están buscando los disidentes y las personas que están protestando en Cuba. Así que fue importante que lo escuchara, él dice que lo escuchó, como viste, han sancionado a las personas de allá que están que están haciendo represión contra el pueblo, y ya veremos cómo eso, me imagino que sería después que caiga eso, pero yo cada vez que tengo la oportunidad, si me está escuchando algún policía de Cuba o alguna persona que está en las Fuerzas Armadas, abran los ojos y dense cuenta que ese gobierno no va a poder seguir. La gente está harta, la juventud no quiere más, y es mejor que ellos estén protegiendo al pueblo que a un gobierno que eventualmente se va de ahí, y es su responsabilidad apoyar el pueblo de Cuba. Ellos tienen las armas, no el gobierno. El ejército y los policías son quienes tienen las armas. Lean lo que está pasando, dense cuenta y apoyen al pueblo, porque ese gobierno a la corta y a la larga se va de ahí.
¿Qué quieren que el mundo sepa de ustedes, los cubanos? Porque hay mucha información errada sobre lo que hemos pasado.
Hay mucha información errada de la cual yo he estado hablando por décadas, porque como soy cubana, especialmente cuando yo hacía entrevistas en Europa que tenían un romanticismo con la revolución, las mentiras que crearon de la educación era para indoctrinar, de los medicamentos, que el pueblo de Cuba no tiene medicina, no tienen sábanas en los hospitales. Para los turistas sí tienen todo, pero las farmacias cubanas están vacías, los cubanos están pasando hambre, tienen que estudiar lo que les mandan a estudiar, no pueden salir y viajar como quieren, están realmente imprisionados ahí. Yo he estado hablando esto cuando no era popular hacerlo, donde quiera que fuera en el mundo que me preguntaran. He hablado con 2 papas sobre esto, he hablado con los reyes de Inglaterra y de España sobre esto a través de mi carrera, y siempre me veían como la apasionada cubana que está exagerando todo, pero yo he sido constante en mi opinión sobre el gobierno de Cuba a través de décadas en mi carrera. Ahora lo estamos escuchando de la gente de Cuba, que tiene que ser, los cambios tienen que venir de adentro, y lo que podemos hacer es amplificar esas voces que están pidiendo libertad en cada momento en Cuba, y trataremos de seguir haciéndolo en cualquier forma que podamos, y compartir nuestra cultura a través de entretenimiento que va al mundo, y al mundo americano también en Estados Unidos. Es importantísimo también, porque también da visibilidad a nuestra cultura.
Ya para cerrar, ¿eres el sueño más salvaje de tus ancestros?
Absolutamente, yo no creo que mis ancestros se hubieran imaginado jamás, ni los asturianos que siguen allá, que he tenido la dicha de conocer a mi familia asturiana que en la Pola de Ciero, o la familia de mi padre o mi madre, que de verdad era la diva de la familia. Ella iba a ser una actriz famosa, ganó un concurso en Cuba a los 6 años para hacer la doble de Shirley Temple, y mi abuelo le dijo que no, y ella era la diva de la familia realmente, y es una de las personas. Yo hice este personaje, Marta Sandoval, basado en Celia Cruz, que tuve el privilegio y fue una bendición poder compartir con ella a nivel profesional y personal, y mi madre, que realmente es esa diva que ves ahí. Mi madre cada día ya de mayor y todo se ponía su pijama de seda y su maquillaje para sentarse en la cocina. Así que esas 2 personas, mi madre y Celia Cruz, fueron quien para mí me ayudaron a crear el papel de Marta.
O sea, con ellas te gustaría compartir el escenario así como lo hizo Marta, lo quería hacer Marta.
Ay, mira, mi madre hubiera querido tumbarme en el escenario y subirse ella. Para ella, no, ella estaba muy orgullosa de mí, pero ella sabía mi personalidad, que me gustaba trabajo ser el centro de atracción, y no pensó nunca, yo creo, que yo pudiera llegar a hacer lo que he hecho, porque me conocía. Pero a mí me gusta hacer las cosas bien, aprendí mucho de ella también. Y bueno, mi madre fue una famosa rapera en sus últimos años, rapuela en Instagram, a través del Instagram de mi hija, y se hizo tremenda rapera.
Que y lo consiguió ser famosa.
Sí, y yo le decía, mami, hay 800 comentarios y todos son buenos, tú no sabes lo imposible que es esto. Y a ella le encantaba, leía cada comentario. Ay, y sí, que la gente la extraña aún. Realmente, bueno, yo la extraño, pero le hablo todos los días de mi vida y la siento cerca de mí, siempre. Gracias.
Gracias, mi corazón.
Gracias.
You need a minute, are you okay?
No, just take a sip of water.
Oh, sure, yep. Got one right over here for you.
How are you?
how are you?
Thank you so
Of
much.
course.
Are they still out there? Hi, who's still hanging there?
There's a bunch.
Sweating it up in Miami. I love it. It's never too hot for me.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So tell me about this beautiful lady Martha.
This beautiful lady Martha, when I created the character in my head, she was a combination of the wonderful Celia Cruz, which, hello, I think you see it, who I had the privilege and honor of knowing personally and professionally. We sang together on a few occasions, and I just adored her. And my mother, the actual diva of my family, who also looked like that on several occasions that she had the opportunity to don her cape and her diva hair. It was important for me that it be authentic, that it be different from me, and that she embodied the spirit of, you know, lost love and separation that the Cuban people have experienced in decades. Love that was separated and never was to be again. The beautiful music of Lin-Manuel Miranda to really do it justice, and it was a joy. When I read, when Lin sent me the first demo, I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't know how I was going to be able to work it into my schedule, and I thought I have to after I heard the song that he wrote. It was just spectacular. And then the script, I read it and fell in love. So I'm very happy that I got to be a part of this. Hey, they actually added more stuff after I did my original things. They added more music and more lines, and so they liked it.
Yeah, they like you. Yeah. This movie depicts in animation Havana and Miami, two places you are very fond of. So tell me, do you feel like they did it justice? Do you think that people will get a sense of the flavor of these two cities?
I absolutely think they will get the flavor. First of all, the animation is spectacular. It's very romantic view of Cuba, even though it was, you know, very early revolution days, or even maybe before, because Andres and Marta were a duo, young, and were in love, but never really, he never told her. He was about to tell her when she left for Miami to look for opportunities, and he decided to stay behind. And Marta never remarried, and Andres never did either. So it's really a beautiful, how they capture each of the cities. Miami exciting, the Everglades. I thought it was really cool, and the character, Gabby, the lead character, is an amazing character. She's not at all, not your typical, character in these animated films. She looks like she still has some throwback from like Flock of Seagull days with her hair. Even though she's very young, she goes to the beat of her own drum, which I love, absolutely love. And it's a strong female young character. I love that as well for young women that watch this film. And it's, you see the depictions of the environment in Everglades, the python, the birds. So I think it does embody, a lot of the energy of each of the cities.
Fantastic. Being proud mom here, we are here at the Nite Owl Drive-In,
Yes.
which is hint owned by your son. So tell me a little what it means to be here premiering.
I'm very proud of my son. He's always been a cinephile. He studied at the LA Film School years ago, and has had for 10 years his little night owl in different parts of the city in tiny rooms. But his dream, 7 years ago, he wanted to do this here. On this lot that we've had for a long time, and he, when he came with me with the idea, I go, you know what, that is a brilliant idea, especially for these times. And he did everything. I mean, now Netflix has come in and gone to town preparing this for this incredible event, but it was his idea to have the car slots are socially distant, so now that you're allowed to get out of your car, you can, put your seats outside and still be separated from everyone. He was very careful to do everything by the, legit by the rules. He's made it a beautiful place, and it's really unique that we're in this enclave of these buildings, and it's got great breeze that comes right off of the water. He's always been a forward thinker, and I'm happy to see him have so much success with his Nite Owl Drive-In right here behind the Art Center, and I think it's only going to grow even more. He's done over, I think, 250 films already here, and he's got a great following. So I'm hoping that Netflix will let him play Vivo here so people can see it on a big screen. Once it comes out and it's been out a couple weeks, come on, Netflix. Cut him some slack here and let him put it on the big screen for people in town that want to see it how it was intended. And it's still great, whatever screen you look at it.
Well, we are so excited for it, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, and thank you everybody out there. We hope you're all doing well and that you enjoy this amazing film. I was so happy to be a part of it, and from what I see, it's gotten great response already. I can't wait for you to check it out. The music is incredible, the whole thing. I only do things that really either touch my heart or my intellect and that are worth putting out into the universe. And when I got the opportunity to be on this, I said, absolutely, I'm gonna do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hey.
This one, and we'll have you over here so that you guys are separated.
All right. Hi, Ethan. What is this? You're a kid's first film critic. You look sharp.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm very honored to be here with you.
So, Miss Estefan, it is an honor to meet you, and you're a beloved Cuban-American singer and a legend. So what drew you to work with this film?
What drew me was a song, all right? I was invited to do it, and I was so busy that I didn't think I could. That fly was horning in on our thing here. And then Lin-Manuel emailed me the demo, him singing the song Inside Your Heart. And I was floored. From the first listen, it was an earworm. I couldn't get it out of my head. The lyrics touched me deeply. And then he sent me the script, which I said, okay, forget it. I have to be a part of this somehow. And I figured out a way to make it work. I'm so happy I did because the film is incredible for the whole family. And I love the character of Marta. She's kind of a mix between Celia Cruz and my mom. Because my mom was a real diva of my family. So I was happy to do it.
So, you play Marta Sandovala in this film, and what ways do you relate to your character?
Oh, so many ways. First of all, she's a singer. That's number one. But that's a challenge because I wanted to give her her own voice, not mine. So I really made sure that I created her own character. She left Cuba young. I left it way younger. I was 2 when I left, but I was born there. Marta was a little older. She came here looking, for opportunities. And Andres, who was her singing partner in Cuba when they were young, didn't follow, and he didn't get the chance to tell her that he was in love with her, and she was in love with him too. So it's lost love. They never got to see each other again, and then she writes a letter hoping that he'll join her because she's about to retire, and she wanted him near her for that final show. And then Vivo was his partner, who played maracas and all kinds of things in his gig in Cuba when he was there. And it's his task to deliver this song because something tragic happens one day. And as always, gotta have some tragedy in there. But it was really special, and I felt a connection with her in many ways.
And the film came out fantastic too.
Ah, well, thank you. I loved it.
So you have some credits in acting. So how is this unique from other projects that you've done before?
That's a very good question, and everyone has asked me. Okay, I've done animation before, but when I did the Spanish for Fuerza G-Force, the Chipmunk movie, they had already created the character and it didn't come out in English, so I had to really match my intention to what already was there. With this film, I got the opportunity to actually create the character. They filmed me while I was singing and doing the acting portions, and they animated to a lot of the things that I did. So that was a great opportunity there. Also to be in the studio with Alex Lacamoire, who did the soundtrack for the film, and he's an amazing talent, so good, and we had a really good chemistry in the studio, and we experimented and tried things, and he would say, what do you think about this? And he'd say, okay, just go wild and do your own thing. So I had a lot of freedom doing this film.
So, Lin-Manuel Miranda is high in the sky this year with the In the High released earlier this summer, and now Vivo. He not only wrote 11 songs for Vivo, but he also voiced the title character. So what was it working with him?
I don't know where Lin-Manuel gets all that energy. I don't know where he gets the time to do all the stuff he does. But he's just an amazing talent. And He's always a joy to work with. You know, I worked more one-on-one with Alex Lackamore than with Lynn, but he was sending me stuff back and forth, and we had a lot of camaraderie because Hamilton was right across from On Your Feet on Broadway when our shows were there at the same time, and our cast used to hang out a lot together. He's a wonderful guy. I got the opportunity to do a song for him for Puerto Rico, and he's just one of our top talents out there, putting so much love and amazing quality product out into the world. And I think when Latinx, as they call it now, people get the opportunity to share more of our culture, it just creates bonds and beautiful things that the world can learn about us as a culture. He's Puerto Rican, I'm Cuban, but we're all Latinos, and we share a lot of love for music.
Okay, so this is all the time I have, but I do want to give you something.
Oh my gosh!
This is for you.
What is this? This is awesome. I love it. This is so nice. And congratulations. I want to ask you, this is what you want to do?
Yeah.
You like acting too?
I love acting and reporting for people.
Well, there you go. I can totally see you doing this. So best of luck to you, and keep doing what you love, because when you do what you love, it's not work.
Okay, thank
All right.
you. Have a good day.
You too. Take care.
That's it.
All right.
Can we take that for you?
Yeah, I'll give it to Heather.
yeah, I
She
can
can
put
put
it.
it in the bag.
You want to say anything to your? Well, we're gonna walk out.
Hi, everybody. Okay,
Oh, we're gonna go intro. So
we're gonna go intro the movie.
So we'll follow
I hope
you.
You didn't get too bored hearing the same answers over and over. You know I love you guys.
So follow him. We'll follow you.
All right, wait, Sydney, touch up real quick before. Oh, picture. You can take it off for the picture.
It's a bracelet that says Vivo.
Like she's working.
I see. There. Y gracias. There we go.
You need
Wait, it's the mulch walk. The mulch walk with heels. Can I do the name of a
Yeah, you're gonna go do that.
Hey! I'm trying to maneuver mold on heels. Yes. By the way, what you're seeing, did you show them?
Yeah, a little
This
bit.
is my son's...
I'll turn it around.
Yeah, I gotta plug the family.
There we go.
This is my son's Nite Owl Theater, which Netflix has totally... Oh, let's get this. Netflix has totally redone. Well, not redone. All this is really him. But they brought in the beach chairs, the food trucks, the slide, the, what is it, popsicle stand?
Yeah.
Noodles and ice cream. And everybody was nice.
Come on, all this time.
Oh, yeah, I like it. And misters with fans. Yes, we're getting blown to smithereens. I love it. It's also very great. Here we go. Okay.
One of the foliage, and we'll do a quick intro.
Is there going to be a
mic?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, good. Hi everybody, how are you today? Yes, I am Gloria Estefan, aka Marta Sandoval in the movie that you're gonna see. I've been talking to the press, and I have to say that it's really a joy for me to have been a part of this film. When Lin-Manuel sent me the demo of the song that he wanted, the main song he wanted me to sing, I was blown away. And I was very busy at that time, but then I saw that script and that song just stuck in my head and touched my heart, and I knew that I had to be a part of this however we could make it work. So that's what we did. We found a way to do it, and I am so thrilled with how the film turned out. I hope you enjoy it. Netflix, thank you so much. I mean, they've created an incredible world here to enjoy this experience, as you know, or maybe you don't. It was intended for theatrical release, but we all know what's happening. And Netflix swooped in and grabbed it because it's such a good film. So I'm glad that it's going to go out all over the world through this platform. And I'm also glad that they are doing it here at my son's Nite Owl Theater, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my son has already had over 250 screenings of movies in this spot. You're sitting, he made everything, you know, socially distanced even for cars. And he worked very hard to get this place together, and he's a very forward-thinking man. And he gave me my biggest gift, my grandson Sasha, who was the first reviewer of this movie. He sent it to me to see, and he loved it. And he said that my character was Gloria Cruz, a mix of me and Celia Cruz. And when I did Marta, I actually thought of Celia Cruz and my mom, who was the real diva of the family. And I tried to make Marta separate and apart from me, because I'm a singer, that's hard to do. And I was so in love with the script and the movie that it was easy to do that. So that's who I based the character on. And I hope that, thank you Sony, this is actually the first, I believe, the first animated musical that Sony ever makes. So you're getting a treat, and you're getting a treat because you're seeing it on a bigger screen than anybody else is going to get to see it on, unless their house has something like this on it. Anyway, enjoy this amazing film, music by Lin-Manuel Miranda, Alex Lackamore, and Kirk D'Amico directing. They all have amazing pedigree. The cast on the movie is spectacular, and I hope that you enjoy Vivo! Have fun, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Hey, I'm Lin-Manuel Miranda. Welcome to the beautiful Nite Owl Drive-In Theater. It's so exciting to have you here. You are all the first people to see our brand new movie Vivo, which will be available on Netflix.
Say bye to Instagram.
Bye, Instagram! We're gonna watch the movie now. I hope you see it and you like it.
Now we can be there to experience it with you.